Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Generations Skybyte. One of the new Voyagers has finally arrived in the form of our favorite finned fiend from Transformers RID, and that would be Skybyte here. So why don't we take a look and see how he turned out. Now, getting a look at Skybyte in his cyborg shark mode, and first thing I really want to say is finally they are Tamashii stage compatible. I know it's been like this since the Age of Extinction line started, but this is a nice treat for Skybyte, especially if you want to pose him in his shark mode, because now you can actually have him in a nice little stage. This one being borrowed from the Red Ranger. But yeah, you can actually put him on the stage and it'll have him propped up and not laying on the floor like a dead fish. So yeah, it's a nice looking shark mode. I do like that. I wish it came with the Tamashii stage, or at least they were readily available in stores so I can get one specifically for him. But yeah, it's nice to have this. Oh, sorry, not bad. But it is nice to have him on this mode. You know, it's a very nice shark mode. In all honesty, looks good, well packed in, everything's there. Got a little movement at the fin, or the tail fin. And yeah, it's hard to get them balanced on the stand, sorry. But other than that, and he's got some movement at these fins here. But not a whole lot, just given how they're placed. He does have an opening and closing mouth, which is always good. And he looks good with his mouth open. I think I like him better with the mouth open. But yeah, for the gimmick, you can press the button and his tail fin will spin, giving some propeller action. And this is one of those fun little action features that are hard to stop once you start doing it, because it's fun to make that thing spin. Paint job is mostly pretty good. I like the fact that they picked out a lot of the cybernetic details, but it looks like there's even more that they could have picked out. I mean, but you know, there are limits on how much paint they can actually apply on these guys. So all in all, I think they did a good job. I do wish they actually got the silver and blue color mix on the face instead of just the solid light blue. Would have made it pop a little better. And I also wish they got this part in blue, like in the matching blue as well, because that does not look too good with that big block of silver right at the top. Other than that, I think it looks great, and I do like it. But I think it's about time we get him into robot mode. Oop. And see how he looks there. Before we get into Skybyte's robot mode, let's get into a little bit of the transformation. It is a panelly mess. Oh boy, these parts here are kind of hard to fiddle with to get into the right position when you're trying to transform it into shark mode. Not to mention a lot of the panels for the right arm, meaning that this guy can be a bit of a pain to transform. Going from shark mode to robot mode's okay, but going from robot mode to shark mode is a little difficult. So just be warned on that. Now, as far as his robot mode itself is concerned, it's not bad looking, if a little bit thin. As you can see, he's a bit on the lanky side as far as his body goes. Although having the like the fins and the back kibble done up in this, I guess, like winged position will help bulk him out a little bit in appearance, which is a good thing. There are other ways to do the fins and the back kibble, of course. Let's see, I believe TJ Omega mentioned having them put up like this. Like so, to get him out of the way, but that does make him look very thin, as you can see. Or actually, it just shows how thin he really is. Which, yeah, he's a bit of a lanky guy. Which isn't bad, per se, but I like to bulk him out a little bit more. So this is actually the preferred display choice for me. For articulation, he has left and right movement at the head. Not a whole lot of up and down, though. Yeah, you got forward, backward, in and out at the shoulder, bicep swivel, elbow joint. Same for this side. Although, yeah, he's got that gorilla arm bit, which seems to be happening a lot on Transformers these days. But there's no wrist, and again, no wrist rotation. Just a hinge that goes in and out like so. But you do have individually moving thumb, which is a positive. Yeah, his joints are a bit loose too, so be careful about that. At least on mine. There's no waist rotation, but he does have in and out, forward, back. And yeah, they are on individual, but they do tend to move together. He has thigh swivel, knee bend, and ankle tilts. Which is pretty good as far as articulation is concerned. I do wish that this arm was done a little better though, because it's a little bit of a pain. And it actually accentuates that panely mess I was talking about earlier. The whole arm is nothing but panels. And when you get him standing, it doesn't show too often, so it's a nice illusion, but I would have preferred a little fuller arm. The legs are another bit where it's just panels hiding a very thin skeleton. Like, his legs are all bones. And no actual chunks of anything. Which is unfortunate. But again, from the front, it doesn't show too much because of the panels. But yeah, unfortunately, Skybyte's a little bit more skin and bones, or plastic and bones, I guess. His claw gimmick still works, like that rotating claw. So you can still have that spinning action, and it has a missile that you can fire. Let's try that again. unfortunately, it seems like it's not a very strong spring. Yeah. The spring isn't too good on that missile, though. It's unfortunate, but it's not a most reliable one. It might just be mine. It's not a big deal for me. I don't intend to be firing the missile a whole lot. But yeah, something to keep in mind. Now, it's kind of rare that we get RID figures these days but it seems we get one a year, mostly from the Collector Club. Since, well, 2012? When we got Sideburn here, who's a good bit shorter than Skybyte. Let's see, we'll get this better in frame. And then last year, 2013, we got Scourge. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Sideburn was 2011. My mistake. Yeah, my mistake. I misinterpreted that. Yeah, he was a 2011 club exclusive. While Scourge was last year's part of the subscription. Okay, but yeah, this is probably the first retail release RID figure that we've gotten in a while. So it's nice to have him. Just wish he wasn't so panely. But given the design of the character, it's hard to imagine him being a little... it's hard to imagine him being a little thicker and still getting the modes right. Again, I would have preferred if the chest area had the one side one color, the other side another color, much like the original show featured. But yeah, you can get the Takara version, which will have a more show accurate paint job, so that might be an option. But as far as the general look, he does look good. I love the face. I love that head sculpt. That looks like Skybyte. And I like the way they integrated the shark head into the chest. I think that helps him out a good bit. And they still got his spark crystal, so he can fire his tsunami blaster at will. But yeah, all in all, he looks pretty good. But he might be the weakest of the Generations Voyagers of this year. Still, I would recommend him, especially if you're an RID fan. And I do hope you guys have enjoyed this little review. I'll catch you later. Take care, so long, and have fun.